On 3rd and 9, Howell protected well, completes. Big first down completion. He goes right back to Dotson. It's a pickup of 18, and they move the sticks. Howell goes underneath on 2nd down. This is Robinson breaking free. Inside Denver territory, all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Finally tackled by Jackson. Another fresh set of downs. Howell slinging it near side of the field. He goes towards his tight end. That's John Bates.
I would expect he would want his front four to put pressure and make coverage work.
Howell again protected well here. They come from the back, and he is hammered. Randy Gregory coming around the blind side. They lose 6.
That Sean Payton, as this game goes on, will find great matchups to try and use.
Little pitch play. This is Javonte Williams breaking free inside the Commanders' 40. And how about this start for the Broncos?
To give him a great pocket, to establish the running game. Those additions have to work out for Denver.
On 2nd and long, Williams looking for a seam. Speak of the devil, here he is on 3rd down. Little trickery, misdirection. Wilson has him fooled.
Tough to run against this front. I would expect some sort of play action pass in their goal line sequence.
This is the rookie Jaleel McLaughlin, and it's a Sunday walk in the park for the rookie as Denver strikes first.
You can't hit anybody, coach. You know that.
So they rule it an incompletion. 2nd and 10, Howell. Just inside of the 2-minute mark. Here they come again. Howell buried. Nick Bonito coming around the blind side.
Layers of the defense. Let the front go to work and get your eyes on the quarterback to break on the ball.
3rd and long. Howell protected. Slinging it. That pass batted down and incomplete. Josie Jewell. Another chance for Joey Sly. They had the box snap earlier. Missed from 49. This one from 44 is good. Jack Del Rio, year 4. Came in with Ron Rivera. And this has been one of the top statistical defenses in the league. Wilson's going to take a shot. Has his man. It's caught. Wide open. It's Mims. Touchdown. 60 yards from Wilson. Exquisite pass. Jack Del Rio, year 4. Came in with Ron Rivera. And this has been one of the top statistical defenses in the league. Wilson's going to take a shot. Has his man. It's caught. Wide open. It's Mims. Touchdown. 60 yards from Wilson. Exquisite pass. His first NFL touchdown catch. Russell Wilson with a gem. And it's all Denver on CBS. What does Vance Joseph dial up here? Here they come again. 3rd down. Howell protected. Pocket collapses. He's going down again. Jonathan Cooper.
This is your 2nd game as a pro. Do you want to come up and tackle? So expect him to continue to attack that side.
Where does Wilson go here? 3rd and 4. Slinging it far side. Perfect pass. It's caught. Marvin Mims, who had the 60-yard touchdown, has 54 more. Samaje Perine onto the field for the Broncos on 2nd and 6. Little sidearm delivery. 1st down and more. Touchdown, Brandon Johnson. And the Broncos pouring it on here in Denver. Russell Wilson is dropping dimes for Denver.
And again, they got the matchup that they wanted. Here's Barton in the middle. Watch right at the last second. There's too much speed. You know, Barton doesn't even have a chance.
Here come the Broncos on 3rd and 9. Howell protected. Missed it. So a lot to think about on that Washington sideline as this offense is in complete disarray. What a start for Denver's defense. As Tressway, who booted one 67-yarder earlier. This is fielded by Mims from his own 20. Mims looking for some daylight. Blocked in front of him. Mims inside Washington territory.
And you know he knows what he's talking about, that he's putting you in a position to succeed. That in and of itself gives you confidence to play.
Wilson This is where he's been so deadly in his career, but what pursuit. Jamin Davis. Football came loose. What's the call here? Nothing official yet. Officials are talking about it.
A fumble. The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
1st and 20 after the penalty. Howell delivers a strike. They get back. Little misdirection, jet sweep. This is Samuel looking for some daylight break. Matt Henningsen for Denver. 3rd and goal. Howell's pass incomplete. A lot of velocity. That was a tough potential catch for Logan.
You've got to keep Sam Howell in the pocket. Don't let him extend.
4th down pass to the end zone. It is caught. Logan Thomas.
You could possibly get, and you're going to see Jackson launch. I know it's a bang-bang play, but you see him launch, and there is no doubt. Very thin for the Broncos.
On 2nd and 10, Howell looking, delivers. 1st down play.
Offense.
On 3rd and 11, could be a free play. Flags fly. Howell dropping a dime.
Just 8 seconds left and no timeouts.
Be a long field goal from here. Howell slinging it towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Again, Cheeseman is the holder, or the snapper, I should say. Way the holder, and legal hit he took from Kareem Jackson, who was ejected.
And that was on 4th down, 4th and 4.
Could that be the potential turning point? How does Russell Wilson and company respond? Boy, not well, at least on the first play, as finally that vaunted defensive front able to get to him. We'll check the flag here.
Defense fired up. Number 94 single-handedly killing the Broncos offense.
Wilson on 3rd and 21, and that's it.
Bringing pressure or dropping back and letting the secondary cover these receivers.
On 3rd and 10, here they come. Howell going to tuck it away. He's going to take off, breaks a couple of tackles. Howell, 1st down run. Howell slinging it to the end zone. Was it caught? Yes, McLaurin, touchdown. An amazing catch by one of the stud wide receivers in the sport. Every scoring play has to be confirmed. Did he hold on to the football?
Yep. With Montez Sweat and then the 2 inside guys.
Scary. 3rd down pass. That one was it picked? It's Forbes. The officials have ruled interception.
He's running a go. And Wilson throws the out. And then Forbes.
Ruling on the field is an interception by the defense. It's 1st down, Washington.
Emmanuel Forbes, the number 16 overall pick in the draft, as they will continue to take a look at this. It's ruled an interception, and just crazy how this game has changed. A Broncos offense that was clicking on all cylinders over the first quarter. First career pick for Forbes. And consensus All-American last year from Mississippi State. Back to the ground game. This is Robinson. And boy, that offensive. 2 guys that go back a long way. Deep on between them. 3rd and 3. Howell's pass deflected. That's a live football. Washington recovers back. Wilson protected. 1st down Denver. Sutton. Judy covered. Wilson. And they get him. And it's Chase Young.
On huge play to just force a field goal.
Will Lutz trying to put those kicking issues that they had last week behind them. 7-yard penalty, fresh set of downs for Washington. Robinson breaking tackles, breaking free. Robinson still going. Inside Denver territory. Howell's been a gamer, dumps it off here. This is Gibson. Gibson's got some blockers. Gibson inside the 30. Gibson finally tackled. Fumble issue last week. What a play here. 1st and 10. Howell protected over the middle. It's caught. That's Cole Turner.
If you're Denver, you've got to keep him in the pocket.
1st and goal. Robinson, and he is in for the Washington touchdown. And the Commanders punch back yet again and have retaken the lead. Jaquan McMillan has now come onto the field in that Denver secondary. 2nd and 8.
Oh, boy.
Howell to the check. Robinson has some room. He's got a couple of lead blockers. 2nd and 6. Broncos showing blitz. Washington picked it up. This is Gibson breaking a tackle. That's a 1st down run. What a play by Gibson.
It really is.
But boy, has Gibson bounced back. 1st and 10 as we cross the 8-minute mark in the 4th. Howell over the... Sam Howell on the cusp of 300 yards passing in this game. 1st down and more. Robinson, and he's in. Touchdown. The Washington Commanders making their statement here in Denver.
And now you got to come back 10 points against the defense that is strongest in these situations, obvious passing situations.
Wilson over the middle, good drive starter here with
impressive numbers coming out of school, and he's shown the same thing here so far, the way he reads the quarterback.
Wilson puts his back into it. 1st down, Denver. There's a chance to sub. 2nd and 10. Wilson's going to run for it. Wilson inside the 3rd.
Backer up the seam.
Wilson on 1st down after the penalty. Pump fakes over the middle. It is caught.
Can watch the misdirection and keep your eyes disciplined for play action.
Broncos do indeed run a play before the 2-minute warning. Little miss play on that. Wilson. 3rd and goal. Wilson looking. Here they come again. Wilson sacked. Montez Sweat, Chase Young meeting at the quarterback. Keep in mind a couple of kicks that he missed last week. That botched onside kick to begin the game. Kicked all those years for Sean Payton in New Orleans. And this one is right.
Time possibly being more important, letting the clock wind down, keeping it on the ground.
Robinson picks up 2. This is not how they drew off the start of the season. Wilson flushed out of the pocket, tries to regather, launches far side. 4th and 3, maybe one last gasp here for Wilson in Denver. He's going to tuck it away. 1st down and more. Wilson out across the 30.
Oh, what a tackle.
Has to get out of. Broncos hoping for this play, maybe one more. Wilson far side, gets it to Sutton. Wilson looking for a miracle. Gonna gather, unleashes towards the end zone. It is deflected in the air, and it's caught. Brandon Johnson, and Denver's prayer is answered.
There is no way. Tip 3 times.
Improbable.
You've got to keep your eyes disciplined. Watch crossers. You've got to be disciplined here if you're Washington.
Wilson to the end zone, batted down and incomplete. Intended for Sutton, and the Washington Commanders hold on here in Denver.
This is so well played by St. Juice. He sees Sutton coming from the other side of the field. He stays home in his zone. He's there to see the football and makes a huge play.
Arch, boy, there was a little bit of premature contact. Gene Steratore off air thought that there was enough there for the pass interference, no flags, and it is all over in a thriller here in Denver. The Washington Commanders erase an 18-point deficit, and they are 2-0 to start a season for the first time in 12 years.